Hey everybody, and welcome to episode 2 of the Jaguar podcast. In this episode, we'll be discussing the Jacksonville Jaguars 2019 draft class. So let's jump into it here. For the first round pick, Jacksonville Jaguars selected Josh Allen, defensive end out of Kentucky. He was the number 7 overall pick. He's 6'5", 260 pounds. He's a big guy, runs a 4.63 40. So he's very fast. He's had 21.5 tackles, 17 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles in 2018. He was also SEC Defensive Player of the Year for 2018. So really excited about this draft pick and really excited to see him play. He's a super hard worker. I watched a lot of his film and highlights. And it'll be really exciting to see him play alongside Yannick Ngakoue and Calais Campbell. He'll be a great addition to the defensive line. I think it'll be a similar type of setup where he subs in with Ngakoue, kind of like Dante Fowler Jr. did last season. And I think this is a great pick by Dave Caldwell. I think Josh Allen's really a great backfill in the event that Yannick Ngakoue decides not to stay with Jacksonville, because he will be a free agent in 2020. So let's jump into our next draft pick here. In the second round, Jacksonville selected JaJuan Taylor, right tackle out of University of Florida. JaJuan Taylor was the 35th overall pick. He's 6'5", 312 pounds. And I think this is a great pick by Dave Caldwell again, because I think we really need help on the offensive line. We've had some health issues and depth issues with offensive linemen getting hurt, Cam Robinson getting hurt, but hopefully Cam will be back for our 2019 season. And I think JaJuan Taylor will be a nice addition on the right side. I watched a lot of his film. He's a great run blocker. There were some concerns about potential knee issues, knee injuries, but hopefully he stays healthy. But really excited to see JaJuan Taylor play in the 2019 season. So we'll go on to our next pick. In the third round, it was Josh Oliver, tight end out of San Jose State. He was the 69th overall pick. And I've watched a lot of his film, really excited to see this guy play. He's 6'5", 249 pounds. He ran a 4.63 40. I watched a lot of his film. This guy gets great separation. He runs a lot of great routes, and he's got excellent hands. So really excited to see him play alongside, Jason O'Shaughnessy. So I think Nick Foles will have a lot of weapons to throw to, at the tight end position. And overall, I think a great pick and something we really needed to help Nick Foles. So third round pick for Jacksonville was Quincy Williams, linebacker out of Murray State. He was the 98th overall pick. He's 5'11", 225 pounds, and ran a 4.59 40. So he's a little bit of a smaller sized linebacker. I would say pretty similar to Miles Jack. So I think you'll probably see him playing the weak side linebacker position. Jacksonville definitely needs help at the linebacker position right now, because we've had a lot of turnover there. Telvin Smith sitting out for the 2019 season, so we definitely are lacking there. There's a great void at the linebacker position, so hopefully Quincy Williams will be able to help out there. The only issue I have with this pick is that I feel like we really need a bigger linebacker, because I feel like we had issues with providing run support. I feel like got run over in some of our games last season against, the second game against Tennessee Titans, the Dallas game. So I think we really need help at the linebacker position with run support. So kind of wish we went with a bigger linebacker, maybe around 240 pounds. But we'll see what happens. I think he's a little undersized, but, after watching his film, he's a great pass rusher. He's really fast, and he can tackle really well. So, hopefully we'll see what happens, but I think this could be a potential great addition to the Jacksonville Jaguars linebacking core. So we go to our next pick here, fifth round. We took Ryquell Armstead from running back from Temple. He was the 140th pick. He's 5'11", 220 pounds, and he ran a 4.45 40-yard dash. He's got great speed. We definitely need a lot of help at the running back position. We've had some depth issues. We lost TJ Yeldon to free agency. We also lost Corey Grant to free agency, which I think was a mistake. I think we should have kept him. But, hopefully Ryquell Armstead will be able to help us there. I watched a lot of his film. This guy can really cut well. He's got a lot of speed. And I think it'll be a nice addition with John DeFilippo's, offensive scheme. There have been a lot of talk about how he wants to use the running back position more for catching passes out in the flats. So it'll be really interesting, but I think this is another good pick. So we go to our next draft pick in the 6th round. We have Gardner Minshew, quarterback out of Washington State. He was the 178th overall pick. He's 6'1", 225. He ran about a 4.97 40. He's not super fast, but he has that kind of Baker Mayfield build to him. He had around 4,779 yards passing in 2018. So I think he'll be a nice backup for Nick. But, I'm a little iffy on this pick because, we ended up releasing Blake Bortles. And I think, some people argue maybe we should have kept Blake Bortles because, we were paying him anyways, or paying his contract. But I think, it'll be interesting to see what happens with Gardner Minshew. He's not the ideal size and, height. But after watching his film, he's got a really quick release, and he seems pretty accurate too. So, I think the jury's still out on this pick, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in the preseason and 2019 season as well. So we go to our last pick in the 7th round, and it's Dontavius Russell, defensive tackle out of Auburn. He's 6'3", 319 pounds. He runs a 5.15 40. And, he's had 36 tackles in 2018. And I think this is a good pick because I think we really needed help at the defensive tackle position. With Taven Bryan, I'm not so sure. I didn't think he did real well last season. And I think this will be a nice addition to, the defensive tackle position. We have Marcel Darius. It'll be really exciting to see Dontavius Russell play alongside Marcel Darius. I've watched a lot of his film. He's a real hard worker. He's fast. He knows how to shed blocks and double teams. And, he never gives up on a play. He's always, hustling out there. And I think this is another great pick for Jacksonville. So I think overall I give Jacksonville about a B grade on their draft pick. I think they did okay. I would have liked to see maybe a draft pick at the wide receiver position because I feel like we may be lacking there a little bit. That's a concern for me for the upcoming season. But overall, fairly good draft class for Jacksonville. I give them a B, and thanks for watching.